Micah.
Lizbeth.
Tell me a story about your week.
Oh, okay. This week, I was shoveling our sidewalk, as has become a new routine for me with this snowy winter that we're having. And one of our patrons was running errands or going about downtown. And he yelled at me and he goes, "Do you ever sleep?" And I said, "I try."
What?
I was like, "What?
Do you ever sleep?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Never mind.
Exactly.
Was that it?
And that's it. That's my story. Great story. You know, it's not my forte. I'm still working out this whole story thing. Even though, I don't quite understand the concept, but apparently there's supposed to be like a punchline, something funny or like meaningful in it.
I'm so sorry. Keep going. I just thought that would be funny.
Yeah, if I just quit it, just edit it right there. That would be a good bit.
Thank you.
But, so I just thought that was like the end of our interaction, but then he stopped by like a half hour later.
Wait, you thought what was in it?
Him just yelling at me, and I'm like, yeah, I try and get some sleep, and then it was, that, like, just like a funny interaction, and then it was like an hour later, he comes into the brewery, and he has 2 sambusas for me, and Somali tea. So it was just like...
Thanks, Fernando.
Yeah, it was Fernando.
Okay.
It was just perfect.
I did say I was going to stop name dropping people. Yeah. Sorry. Last one.
It was just like perfect timing to it. I was like, oh man, that is so nice. Like, it's a nice little like pause, and I just got to enjoy that.
Yeah, and a good reminder to support the Somali community too, which is really cool.
Yeah. So that was my fun story of the week.
I love that. What else have you been up to this week other than shoveling?
That's it.
I've just been shoveling all day, all night.
This week I brewed with Phil from Talking Waters.
Yep. So you went there last week and he came here this week.
So I did that. And then pretty much just worked the rest of the week trying to get stuff ready for the One Keg Wonder that's today and get ready for the anniversary party and all that fun stuff.
I know. I felt really bad this morning when I was like, we don't really have anything to do for the anniversary party since we're like bringing in entertainment. And you were like, well, I still have to keg and do everything with the barrel-aged bottle.
This beer,
get stickers.
Other than that, we don't have to do it.
Other than that, nothing. Which is a pretty time-consuming task for you. It's always been a little bit frustrating, I think, at times.
Yeah. Every time I'm done bottling, I'm like, I'm never doing this again until I do it again.
Well, it is worth it, I think.
Yeah, I think so. How about you? What's the story of your week?
Oh, story of my week. I don't think I have as good of a story as you, but...
I usually don't.
Yeah, I don't. I last night went to Matt's play, and that was fun. I went with Andrea, and it was at Ridgewater, and it was called Bart and Arnie. And in the pictures that they have for it, they have these bright striped shirts. One is green and black. One is like red, orange, and green. You probably already can see what that is from in your head. But I got halfway through that play as the one is like constantly taking a bath and annoying his roommate, that this is based off Bert and Ernie. It took such a painfully long amount of time. And then also realizing after, as I'm telling all of you this, that you all knew from the beginning because the context clues.
So the Bart and Arnie was kind of a dead giveaway too.
Yeah. Well, the funny part too is one of the beds in the set, because they're roommates and it was like their bedroom essentially, it had a Sesame Street blanket on it. And I just thought, well, that's a choice. Yeah, I got pretty silly because of that. So that is a story from the week. But my week was pretty busy because I was traveling a lot this week, and I was grateful on Wednesday when it was really bad out to not have to travel. But we also had our Mid-Minnesota Toast Homebrewer competition meeting, our first one of the year. So that was interesting. And yeah, good week.
Good week. All right. Well, that's a wrap. Do you have a closer, Liz?
No. So today I would like to talk a little bit about our future. So when the year ends and we wrapped it up last episode with our favorite beers, I think, maybe 2 episodes ago. And this one I'd like to first ask what your favorite event of this year was. So that's the first part. Second part, I want to know what you think is in store next year for Intuition. So start with the first one. Favorite event from the past year.
Okay. Do you have one off the top of your head?
Not really, no.
I know, I was trying to think of my favorite one. Oh, I think I know what mine is. And I feel like it's always the surprise ones that I like the most.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember if we talked about this, but the previous year, my favorite one was the Carols with Tim Burns.
Yeah, that
because
was
I just like
so fun.
Yeah, that was really cool. It kind of
Mm-hmm.
caught me off guard, like how many people came in and sang.
Yeah.
And I was like, wow, this is so cool. And this year, my favorite event was the homebrew release one.
Yeah.
Like, it started off like that one, similar one to the Tim Burns one, where I thought, oh, it'd be fun to just, sing a few songs. This one I was like, oh, I'll probably just like have a beer with those two and sit chit chat, and they'll probably head out. And it was so full in there of people that just like came out to support them that I was just crowding left and right, and like, yeah, it was just so fun and so cool to see that many people show up for a little homebrew release, like that. I was like,
yeah,
made me really happy. And it was fun to sit there and talk beer with a bunch of homebrewers. So that's always fun for me too.
Oh, I love that. I think mine, because there was so much intention that went into it, was Barntoberfest.
Mm-hmm.
The barn was really great partners with us with that in planning, and just like they had so many ideas of things that they wanted to do that they did, and that was really cool. And so I thought it just worked out really well because we were intentional with the date and just making sure that it was the right time of year that people kind of wanted to come out, because the summer is tough for us.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then you get into the fall and people aren't really at their cabins as much. And yeah, so I think that was my favorite event of the year. And it was fun because I had some friends from high school that came for the class reunion. Our class reunion that I was working at Intuition for, which I tried to sit down for a little bit, but didn't get to talk as much as I wanted. But it was really fun because there were so many people that wanted to do the Stein competition. And we just didn't anticipate how many Steins would go out. And so they all sold out, and then others wanted to still be in the competition. So we just gave them growlers to hold. And some of them really did well with holding the growlers. Like they stayed in for a long time.
Yeah.
So that was fun.
Yeah, that was cool. That was gonna probably be my second favorite. That was maybe my runner-up honorable mention. In there.
Yeah. Yep, and I wore that painfully small lederhosen. Yeah. I am totally against trying things on when I go somewhere because I don't know. I'm always in a rush to go somewhere. I should just slow down, but it just seems like a waste of time. And so I didn't try it on, and I'm pretty sure it was youth sized.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was very small. So That was my favorite. Okay, so now for the future of 2026.
Oh yeah, I don't even forgot that was the question.
Yeah, that's the real meat and potatoes of this episode. What do you foresee for the future? What do you want for the future?
Well, I think we've talked about this one a little bit, haven't we? Like that slowing down for
Well, no.
2026, did I?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's something, but I mean more for intuition and less for us.
Oh. Okay.
So your personal one was to slow down because you have been, what I would say, overworking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, a more sustainable pace on that one. But intuition, okay. Let me think on that. What do you have something?
So I don't.
Oh man, I bet you'd have something like holstered and ready to rock.
No, I don't. And this is like the beautiful thing of it is that the things that I've heard about some of the most impactful and exciting ideas are that they're just waiting for the right person, business, thing to take it on. And the example that I heard was how like the light bulb was an idea in a totally different country at the same time, and yet they were independent of each other. Or things like the telephone, and I'm not saying that intuition's gonna like do something as crazy as the telephone, but all of these things, those ideas came at the same time, and it came to the person that was open to it. And I'm wondering if we allow it, because there's a reason that intuition opened. We have a story about that. We talked about it the first episode of why we're doing this. And it truly was because all of these doors started opening and we started walking through them. And I feel like 2026 is going to be the year that something really cool comes to us that we haven't even thought about before. And I'm excited to see what idea that is that comes. And I don't even know if it's going to be the same business model. That's the beauty of it. But I know I have that gut feeling that there is a bigger purpose for this space. And I think people have already seen that there's a bigger purpose, that the community that it's created.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm really excited to just see what door opens. And I think that door is going to open in 2026.
Interesting. Yeah. Yeah, I'd agree with that. Because it's like the first year it felt like we were just trying everything.
Yeah.
Everything and
all our
almost
ideas
anything.
sucked.
Yeah. Uh-huh. Yeah. Where it's just like you didn't really like know. It felt very reactive.
Yeah.
That first year. And it was just like something would work and we'd try it again and then it wouldn't work and we're like very confused. And then this past year we've like leaned into
letting the brewery be what it wants to be.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels like we're very much more comfortable with where we're at,
Mm-hmm.
and then not pressing as much. And I feel like at those times, then the ideas or like
they just come.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And it's like they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
And the thought has been there and waiting, and we're gonna receive it.
Yeah.
And we have been receiving it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah. So I would echo with that.
I'm really excited to see it. And who knows if it's even the idea, if it's even going to come to us or if it's going to be a customer that brings it to us.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I would be intrigued to hear.
Yeah.
And I feel like all of these like artists and directors and people that are successful, they have shared that same notion that that idea wasn't from them. The idea came from something else, whether it was like James Cameron with a dream or with the director of Dead to Me. She was like the creator of Traumedies after that. It just came to her. And she said she didn't know where it came from. It came out of nowhere. she didn't have a plan for it. And it became something so incredible because she was open to it. And so I know I'm dreaming big here, but we talked about impossible dreams and wanting to dream big.
Yeah.
And I just think this is the year for it because I think we found ourselves within this too of we're not going to outwork the system. We can't. It's not possible. We have terrible ideas when we are working all day and all night. We've already found that out.
Exactly.
And we won't even accept ideas from other people because we're like, oh my God, that's too much work. We can't do it.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So yeah, I think we're in a better spot to receive.
Yeah. Do you feel like there's any examples you can think of that we've done in the past year that was just received?
The one that I guess I don't know if this one was received or not, but the one that I felt like was very like mutually beneficial was like the Barntoberfest,
Yeah.
like partnering with people, like
Yeah, both the community closet and Barntoberfest.
yeah, which I think that was the one that like came to you.
Yeah.
It's like we are a community, and it's like why are we trying to do this stuff all alone? Like why don't we pull in other people and work together with people?
Came with just a random thought because Hannah with the community closet reached out to me and just said, can we just come up with some sort of creative idea to find ways to fund the community closet? And immediately I was like, well, there's a pint night we could have, but that doesn't, I mean, it's not going to do a whole lot. It does enough and people appreciate it, but it's not going to do what you're looking for. And so I was a little closed to it for a hot minute. But then the next day, this thought came to me. And I was like, yeah, let's do a carnival type thing for Carnival Craft Beer Week. Not really carnival, but outside downtown music with different vendors and food trucks and our carnival craft beers. And then it just started something like with Barntoberfest too. And I know this year we have some exciting things with the community closet coming up to make it bigger and better. I'm not going to share it on this episode, but that one I definitely think of too. The other one I think of is this was 2 years ago, but it was Wilmer Pride. And you and I had decided that since we really hadn't consulted anyone within the queer community, that we could not host a Pride event. We had been thinking about it and it was June and we're like, let's change the profile picture. That felt scary to us at the time. Changing it to a rainbow, but we did that. And we kind of gave ourselves a little pat on the back, like, good job, we did it.
Taking a step.
And then one of our friends came up to us and said, what are you going to do for Pride? And you went down and sat at their table and just received from them. And they said, be true to the brewery, be genuine, and do trivia. So then we put it out there that we were going to do trivia. Purpose Artisans and Andreas came to the table, and then a few others came to the table, like Otter Ranch and a couple residents of Wilmer. And it became something incredible and just catapulted into something that none of us, I think, expected to happen.
Yeah, no. Yeah. It grew like crazy in a matter of what, 1 week, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It was not much time.
Yeah. It was so cool. And we got to then present on it at the craft beer conference, which was super cool.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a good one too. It's just allowing that to come in, not brushing off like the question of it.
Yeah.
But actually like, oh, that could be something.
Yep.
Thanks for bringing that up.
Yeah. And it all starts with you and I just slowing down.
Yeah.
And allowing that in, which I think is what the world wants for us all, to not be overworked or, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's very true.
Yeah. So
Yeah, when you slow down, then you're less reactive and more like present of it.
Yeah. I also think there are things that we're not going to do this coming year because of what we've learned. And yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I feel like that's every year. There's
Every
certain
year.
things that you like that we add on and stuff that we get rid of.
Yeah. Yeah. We just learn more and more about what, again, the brewery wants to be.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, I was thinking the other day that we're not the only podcast in Wilmer. And I think it's cool to have local podcasts. So I want to give them a shout out before we close. But if you have not heard the Chambers podcast, the Wilmer Lakes Area Chamber does a business podcast. And so it's a cool place to learn about all of the different businesses in Wilmer, what they offer, their story. And so make sure to check that out. I think they post it on their page, and KWLM posts it.
I think so.
And they also have it on YouTube. There's also another podcast that I think it's a sports podcast, and I forgot what it's called. So that's not helpful at all. But do check out the Chamber podcast as well.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
All right. You have the closer. No deferrals allowed.
Deal.
I don't think deferral is a word. Deferment?
Yeah. I'm not sure.
No, deferring.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like it's referrals, but deferrals?
Something like that. What is your favorite Christmas tradition from your childhood?
Okay. This is more like an icebreaker.
I was just trying to think of something.
Okay.
I told you I couldn't defer to the next one.
And for the record, I don't think either of us are drinking beer here. I have hot chocolate.
Yeah, I was just trying to think of something.
Okay. Favorite tradition from childhood for Christmas?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh. I don't know. Probably not egg drop soup. Oyster stew.
Oyster stew?
Yeah, we do oyster stew on Christmas Eve, and oftentimes we got to open a couple presents. I was all about the presents. I think I prayed to Santa as a child.
Prayed to Santa?
I think I prayed to Santa. Yeah, because, okay, for a child, that is confusing, because it does seem like he's God.
Yeah.
And so anytime my parents need to, tell me to stop doing something, and if I wouldn't listen, they'd be like, well, I'm going to tell Santa. And I was like, no, don't tell Santa. I'll leave it at that.
Oh, I like that one.
What's yours?
Mine is whoever found the almond in the rice pudding got to open up the first present.
That feels like a real tradition. Like one of those goofy traditions that's like, why do we do this? And it's like,
So we can find out who opens the first present. So
how much rice pudding would you all grab? And did you have to eat it all?
So you had that also became a rule. You had to take an amount that you would eat. And
who made that rule? Like, who was the reason that happened?
I don't even remember who took an excessive
Mark?
amount. I think it was probably Tyler. But so at Grandma Marilyn's,
mm-hmm.
It was an actual bowl of rice pudding that went around, and he took scoops out of it.
Mm-hmm.
To make it more civilized at our house, like just so us kids and my parents. Then my mom would have cups of rice pudding, and you would pick one, and then whichever one you picked, one had an almond in it, so it was just like
That's very smart.
Yeah. So
otherwise you just pile it up.
Yeah, you gotta keep eating.
That.
You gotta keep eating rice pudding. Sometimes I think Marilyn put multiple almonds in there, so someone would find it.
Oh, that's so funny. That reminds me of so we used to make pickled eggs with just pickle juice, not actually the real way with dill and all of that stuff.
I mean, it's kind of making pickled eggs.
Yeah, but we do,
yeah.
Which is fine. That's the way I know how to do it, and I like it. But we asked him if he'd make pickled eggs for us, all of us cousins, and he was like, well, you guys have to finish the pickle jar. And it was this giant pickle jar. And so we had to eat all of the pickles out. And I don't think he thought we would do it. But we're just shoving them in our mouths. And there's just 4 of us. So it's a big pickle jar. There's 2 little girls and 2 boys. And my cousin is known for puking. So he's just like in the back, like barfing. And then it was like a puking rally. Because he was barfing and then he'd go back and eat more pickles and then barf.
You could have just cut out the middleman at that point and just thrown away pickles.
Yeah, and you can definitely imagine my grandma and our parents like, okay, like I guess we'll make the pickled eggs, but does anybody actually want to eat that?
But don't they have to sit for like a week at that point?
No, I don't know. We didn't know how it worked. I think my grandpa just didn't want to make him.
Yeah.
And then he had to make pickled eggs. Yeah, that was a lesson, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Fun closer. Okay.
Yeah, there we go. It wasn't an icebreaker, it was a freezer. Ice maker.
Try again next time.
Ice solidifier.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nailed it.
Crushed it. Okay. We should really turn this on.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Ciao.
Not even close.